This isn't random magic, it's chess. 13 pieces move in perfect sync, mentors who nudge, tools that reveal more than they should, and rules that flex at key moments. We'll lay out the board, how future knowledge slips into the present, why certain rooms answer needs before they're spoken, and how loyalty shaped outcomes long before choices did. If the saga felt guided, these 13 stops show by whom. Number 1. Dumbledore knew everything from the start. The headmaster isn't guessing. He's running a timeline. The theory claims Dumbledore maps the war years in advance. He seeds the Philosopher's Stone inside a school he controls, then sets filters. A 3-headed dog, Devil's Snare, a key room, a chess gauntlet. He feeds Harry select truths and withholds the rest. The pattern reads as intent, not luck. Why send a child into traps? Why drip-feed Horcrux lore so late? Fans point to the cursed ring that buys Albus a clock, the staged cave mission that transfers fear onto Harry, and the way he keeps Snape synced to deadlines with an unbreakable vow. It looks like a calendar, not chaos. Evidence stacks. He knows the prophecy early and still leaves Harry with the Dursleys to bind blood wards. He rides point on night 1, placing Harry via Sirius's motorbike, locking players and alibis. He rigs the Elder Wand endgame so Draco's disarm breaks Voldemort's math. If he predicts body hopping and soul splitting, Harry's walk into the forest lands as planned sacrifice. Checkmate, not gamble. It reframes the entire narrative. By the way, if you guys want to subscribe, I'm going to start posting a lot here. Thanks anyways. Number 2. Ron was Dumbledore time traveling. The beanie, the sweets, the chessboard. Same man, different age. This theory claims. Fans point to echoes you can't unsee. Dumbledore hoards candy names. Ron raids honeydukes like a hobby. Both sport a crooked nose. And that first-year chessboard? Ron reads the field, predicts moves, and chooses a self-hit so Harry can pass. That maps to Albus's later habit. Trade a piece to win the war. Time turners break causality, but the twist reveals a long loop Albus living Ron's life to steer Harry from inside the trio. Too neat, sure, or the cleanest backdoor control. A mentor who never leaves the room. Evidence stacks. Ron's night sacrifice foreshadows Dumbledore's staged losses. Both guide Harry by nudging, not commands. And Dumbledore's eerie insight into the trio's fights lands different if he felt them once already. The Deluminator's call and return behaves like a homing tether, a device he'd designed for himself. If Ron is Dumbledore, the mentor stays at Harry's shoulder. Ron's flaws stop being random. The desertion hardens Harry's will. The return restores the balance between Hallows and Horcrux duty so the mission locks back on track. Still, the theory sticks because it explains precision without presence. Number 3. Harry is actually immortal. He dies, meets Dumbledore, and returns. The theory argues he can't be killed in the normal way. The twist reveals a closed loop. The Hallows Arc plugs into Lily's blood protection that Voldemort steals in Goblet of Fire. When the Elder Wand won't kill its master, the killing curse strips the hitchhiking soul piece and leaves the host. Harry stands inside a rule set where intent, blood, and wand law crosswire death. He bleeds. He breaks bones. Immortal doesn't mean invulnerable. Fans point to the power the Dark Lord knows not, as stacked layers that keep him near unkillable while Voldemort lives. Love seals him. Blood tethers him. Allegiance blocks the finishing blow. Evidence lines up fast. The blood tie keeps Harry anchored so long as Voldemort breathes. The Elder Wand's allegiance moves from Dumbledore to Draco to Harry, so the wand refuses lethal force on its master. King's Cross Limbo gives him a choice to return, and he does. Even the line, "Help will always be given in to those who ask," reads like a soft rule that favors his path. If true, the plan wasn't hope. It was an exploit at the level of souls and wand law. Number 4. The Dursleys were corrupted by the Horcrux. They weren't just cruel, they were contaminated. The theory claims long exposure to a Horcrux warps people. Locket scenes show mood swings fast. Ron turns sharp, petty, paranoid within hours. Now scale that. Harry, as a Horcrux, sleeps 10 feet from Petunia's kitchen and Vernon's armchair for years. Snaps become habits. Cold turns routine. Were they already awful? Yes, but the twist reveals dark magic accelerates the worst parts. You saw how the locket fuels jealousy and spite. A decade of a soul shard under the stairs pushes small prejudices into daily punishment. It reads like corrosion. Evidence stacks. Moody's spare eye, bolted into a door, still spies through wood. Dark magic leaks. The Dursleys mellow when Harry is away. Distance lowers the heat. Petunia's letter history hints at buried care that never breathes. That tension, wanting to help, snapping shut, fits a house steeped in a low, hostile hum. If the Horcrux amplifies the worst, then that Surrey address doubles as a containment plan. Harry lives. The shard stays boxed. He learns resilience the hard way. Cold strategy fits the control thesis, and the cost lands on a boy and a street that never knows why. Number 5. Snape's Patronus says more than we think. A silver doe isn't just love. It's a GPS ping for Dumbledore's plan. The theory argues the doe works like a courier of intent. It leads Harry at the exact breakpoint to the sword of Gryffindor. Not romance, precision. The lake is frozen, the camp is isolated, and Harry is desperate enough to follow a ghost into the dark. Couldn't anyone have found that pool? Fans point to timing that aligns too neatly. Ron's return through the Deluminator lands the same night. The sword appears only after Harry strips down the locket and chooses to drown for the mission. Choice first, tool second. Evidence hits in order. Snape's vow and Hilltop Pact set his clock. His memories show strict compliance with Albus's schedule. The book frames the doe as a lure, not comfort, and it pulls Harry like bait to the blade that can kill Horcruxes. That reads like breadcrumb work from a manipulator. The doe isn't a Valentine. It's a steering wheel. Snape's Patronus exposes how tightly the route was coded, using him as the perfect vehicle to place the right weapon in the right hands at the right second. Number 6. Colin Creevey was meant to be a hero. The kid with the camera isn't comic relief. He's foreshadowed sacrifice. The theory claims Colin's relentless shooting isn't random. It builds a visual ledger Dumbledore needs. Proof that monsters are real, faces of students worth fighting for, and a witness who won't look away. His arc closes at Hogwarts when he sneaks back for the battle after being told to stay out. He chooses risk over safety, frame over fear. Why spotlight a Muggle-born first year so much? Fans point to his lens catching what others miss. Spiders fleeing the castle, the smear of rumors around Heir of Slytherin, and the way authority dodges cameras when truth gets messy. Seeing becomes action, evidence stacks. Photo motifs run through Chamber of Secrets. His petrification lands early, a canary in the mine that proves the basilisk hunts by sight. He joins the DA and sticks, not for glory, but for receipts and morale. His body after the battle marks the cost on ordinary kids. By lifting everyday courage to myth, the war machine looks noble, but his path reads placed. A quiet hero slotted where a record and a loss would matter most. Number 7. The Marauder's map is more powerful than shown. It's not a prank map. It's a surveillance state on parchment. The theory argues the map reads more than footsteps. It reads identity, animagi, aliases, hidden rooms. The creators built God mode. It prints Peter Pettigrew when he's a rat. It labels Barty Crouch when he wears Moody's face. That's not a hallway tracker. That's a truth detector. How did 4 teenagers beat Hogwarts defenses? Fans point to those reveals and ask how the map pierces polyjuice and animal forms if it isn't tied to deeper signatures. The twist reveals a tool wired into the castle's core systems. Evidence lines up. The map throws sentient snark at Snape, so it sees roles as well as names. It bypasses the room of requirements sometimes, hinting at a power struggle between 2 smart artifacts. Filch keeps it on a confiscation list, which means it pinged as dangerous even without a manual. Lupin reads it at once, like an admin logging back into an old console. If the map taps Hogwarts awareness, letting it circulate looks deliberate. The right kids hold the ultimate bug, and that's how mentors keep eyes everywhere without ever leaving the office. Number 8. The Sorting Hat can see the future. It doesn't just read you, it projects you. The theory claims the hat sorts based on who you must become. It sees arcs and seeds outcomes, like a coach who drafts for future playoffs, not tonight's game. A quiet nudge at 11 that locks in a path. Harry's choice still matters, but the hat insists he'd do well in Slytherin. Fans point to Neville, a timid start that turns into the house's rallying symbol by year 7. Hermione, book first and rule tight, gets placed where grit trumps grades. The placements read like prompts to grow the traits the war will need. Evidence stacks. The hat's songs warn about looming conflict and push unity right as stakes rise. Those warnings sync with the timeline. Key students land where prophecy roles align. Courage cells ready to fight. Clever minds tempered by nerve, ambition redistributed so pressure spreads. It behaves like a metaplot device hiding in a hat brim. If the hat can read ahead, Dumbledore uses it as a quiet script editor. He gets the roster he needs, in the houses he needs, on schedule. Destiny, curated by felt and thread, shaping outcomes before the first feast even ends. Number 9. Hogwarts is sentient. The castle chooses. The theory argues Hogwarts responds, not just stands. Moving staircases reroute you like a living maze. Portraits carry messages between floors. Rooms shift to match need. The place takes sides. Buildings don't pick winners. And yet the school aids Harry. Secret passages open at the right hour. Portraits relay intel to the headmaster's office. The Great Hall seals itself when danger hits, turning a feast space into a shield. Evidence stacks like code running in the background. Founders' enchantments persist as living rules that adapt, not just repeat. During the final battle, the castle rallies. Stone knits into barricades. Suits of armor mobilize, and the grounds funnel movement. The headmaster's office acts like a brain trust, portraits offering strategy and recall on command. The effect reads like a character with loyalty rather than a set. Number 10. Hagrid is a secretly powerful wizard. The broken wand isn't the full story. The theory claims Hagrid's half-giant strength hides real, underplayed skill. He casts without a standard wand. He handles beasts that maul trained adults. He bends rules that should snap back. The twist reveals a toolkit built for chaos missions where finesse fails and force wins. He failed exams, yet he walks through spells that drop others. Fans point to that pink umbrella tossing charms on cue. He shrugs off curses and keeps moving. That reads like baked-in resistance, not luck. Evidence stacks fast. He resists stunning and survives blasts, then still shields others. He sparks fire when he needs it and wrangles transfiguration-adjacent outcomes with creatures. Growth, control, safe transport. He runs key ops in both wars. Extractions, deliveries, and cover under fire. And Dumbledore hands him the jobs that break people who can't take hits. The research says his heritage grants a degree of spell resistance, which makes him a perfect, unwitting asset. Number 11. The Room of Requirement has its own will. You don't find the room. It decides you're ready. The theory argues the room filters requests. It hands Draco a fixed vanishing cabinet when the war needs a breach. It hands the DA a hidden hall with dummies, cushions, and doors when resistance must grow. Same chamber, different ethics, keyed to need and timing. Why deny seekers at crucial moments? Fans point to how the room buries Ravenclaw's diadem until the story is primed to burn it. Then Fiendfire, born from a student's reckless curse, forces the reveal and turns the Horde into a trap, a torch, and a confession all at once. Evidence stacks. It has known limits. No food, so it obeys deeper rules, not pure wish magic. Its layout shifts from classroom to armory to junkyard, which reads like a moral filter. It traps contraband for centuries, preserving items and secrets until they serve a purpose. That's gatekeeping, not storage. Number 12. Voldemort could have been redeemed. The villain's exits were open. He refused them. The theory argues turnarounds were baked in. Remorse could knit a torn soul. Love magic kept throwing him a mirror he wouldn't face. Even at King's Cross, Harry offers a path without revenge. Not a trick, a choice. The twist reveals mercy sits in the story like a spare key under the mat. Why push redemption in a saga about destiny? Because it's the failsafe. If he chooses remorse, the plan shifts from kill to cure. The war ends by surrender, not force. That keeps the moral center intact while still covering the worst case. Evidence lands hard. Slughorn's horror at 7 Horcruxes signals a line crossed, but not a locked door. Dumbledore explains remorse can tear a soul back together. Brutal, but possible. At the final duel, Harry offers him that chance to feel regret and stop. Choices sit at his feet every time. Number 13. Hermione was never meant to be in Gryffindor. The brightest witch fits Ravenclaw, but the hat rerouted her. The theory claims the sorting places Hermione in Gryffindor to build Harry's courage engine. Knowledge plus nerve, parked at his elbow, turns research into action and keeps the mission moving when fear stalls him. The twist reveals a tactical assignment dressed as tradition. She identifies with rules and logic, yet she breaks them when stakes rise. Fans point to the Time Turner year, where she bends law to save lives. Spia U channels outrage into plans. The DA turns study hall into combat drills. That's intellect weaponized by bravery. Thanks for watching. Which piece felt most rigged to you?